Hey guys, Mike here. In this video, I'm going to explain why you need to strive for 100% consistency especially if you're doing ultimates, but also to some extent Savage, especially Anabasio's P12. You may be saying, oh, well, isn't like 95% consistency good enough or 90% consistency good enough? And I'm here to tell you and show you with math why it's not good enough and you need to aim for 100% consistency. And the reason is, well, let's just do the math, okay? So let's say there's 8 people, right? And everybody is equal skill with that mechanic, and each player has a 90% chance to do the mechanic successfully. So there's 8 people in a raid, right? So that's just 0.9 to the 8th power, right? And if you do the math, it comes out to 0.43. So a 43% chance that your raid team will pass that mechanic, and you can move on to the next mechanic. Now, even with a 90% consistency for each raid member, 0.43 is still not good. So you can see this needs to be higher than 0.9. Everybody needs to contribute. Now let's modify it a little. Let's say the team is a little better at 0.95 consistency, so 95% consistency, but say there's like one weak link in the group. All right, so we have 0.95 consistency for 7 of the players who are doing their job, and then you just have one weak link that maybe say 2 out of 3 tries you'll get it correct, right? So 2/3 efficiency for that weak link. And you can see if you do the math, it comes out to 0.46. So even though it seems like everyone's doing really good, and that one player is just dragging everyone down, it's pretty much the same as 8 people who have a 0.9 consistency rate for the mechanic, right? So it's still not that good. And you can see how badly one person can drag the whole group down. That one person is effectively nullifying the skill contribution of 7 people in that group. And that's just one person, okay? So let's do another example here. Now, okay, so let's take these numbers and then let's apply it to an actual fight. All right, so right here I have DSR, and I made a simple model. So these are just all the major mechanics in Dragon Song Ultimate. And let's just take that 0.46 chance of getting past the mechanic, right? So to successfully complete the fight, you obviously have to do the DPS check. The DPS check is not even factored into this, and other shenanigans that are factored into this, like say someone DCs or your controller stops working or your PC crashes or whatever, right? This is just trying to get past mechanics. Let's say we have a 46% chance to do all the mechanics, which is, this is greatly oversimplified, but I just want to prove a point here. So we have Strength in P2, we have Sanctity in P2, we have Wormhole in P3, we have Enumeration Towers in P3, we have P4. I just kind of grouped it all into P4 because a lot of stuff can go wrong in P4, but we have Wrath in P5, we have Death in P5, we have Wrath in P6. A bunch of other things can go wrong in P6 as well, like tanks not doing tank busters properly, or people not doing tethers properly, or failing cauterize, or a tank missing a mitt, like a rampart for Worm Breath 2 going into cauterize. And then P7, all of P7 is a cluster, but I just kind of grouped it all together. So this is just a greatly simplified model. So it's just, you just multiply all of the probabilities of getting past each mechanic, and to successfully complete the mechanic, you have to see, we're trying to see what's the probability that we will get through the fight. And 0.46 basically to the 9th power, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 0.46 to the 9th power is this number right here, 0.00092. So you basically have a 0.1% chance of clearing the fight on any given pool, given this efficiency for your team, which means which is pretty much 0. You're not clearing the fight at all. It would take you 10 years probably to clear the fight at this efficiency. So when you're progging a fight, you're always trying to get your efficiency for every mechanic, for every single team member, up to 100%. And then, of course, in reality, it's going to be 99% because of the things I mentioned earlier, like random DCs or players' cats jump on their keyboard. Or even in Phase 2 DSR for Sanctity, you could get the curse pattern for meteors, and most people don't know how to do that 100%. So that's pretty much going to be a guaranteed wipe for some groups. So anyone that tells you, oh, 95% consistency is pretty good, probably kick that person from your group or find a new person to replace them, because you are not going to clear that fight in any reasonable amount of time if you have that sort of mentality, especially for high-end Savage and Ultimate raids. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching.